after that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Black ultra.
Here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Rasul Douglas picks it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 21. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 14 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Come on, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. It's a run with Mostert. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Rodgers now to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Cobb in motion right. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Okay, ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Ready?
Here's Mostert. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tua. Toward the pylon, caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
It's a run with Mostert, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or two short of the crossbar. And that'll keep this a one-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that would prove to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They go play fake. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. In motion right comes Cobb. Snap comes at 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And some room to run now. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. From the 41, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They'd march to the end zone the last time out.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Running right, Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run with Sanders off the option. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play action. Here's Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, ready?
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. Down to about the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cobb in motion right. From the 45 on 2nd down. Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Come on, come on. Hey. Go.
Hurts, a handoff to Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Another run here with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They run the option here on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
That's a nice job there knowing what his options are. He's out of the pocket to his left. And I thought maybe think about running with this one, but he uses his vision instead. Finds his man on the left sideline. And they convert on 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. In motion right comes Cobb. On 2nd and 9. Rodgers caught by Cobb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers now to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go play action with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Steps away. And this one too low.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Warriors 17. Panther 11. Panther 11.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Hurts to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. They'll try to run with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Grant Calcaterra taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Get it!
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Here we go, here we go!
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Cobb in motion right. From the 27, Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure if you have a big-time pass.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of them.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. What if we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll go again to Jones. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Up the middle, Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. An inside give to Jones. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Now, one final throw incomplete, and time will run out here in the fourth quarter, and we are going to overtime. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner, as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. This will be caught by Brown. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. It's a second down run with Sanders. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's brought down. 111 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down. Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it, what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And they'll begin by running the option. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. They find some open field here. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
In motion right comes Cobb. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Cobb in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
In motion right comes Cobb. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A give to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon from 4 yards out. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
X3, 218, stop it.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Etienne up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's go.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Third and 2, now Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You ready?
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rodgers going to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On play action. Now Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On a quick.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. Trucks over him. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
13.
Jackson now. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Play action. It's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on second down. Rodgers. Over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 39 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's into the hands of Prochet.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 25 on 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Dobbins.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
DC ready.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. 4th down, here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the book.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 36 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
It certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And able to find Allen Lazard. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The kick by Crosby is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
On the move past the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
On second down, Dillon.
7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They run again with Dillon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Crosby is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the left side. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jackson to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They go back to the ground with Dobbins, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
One more time with Dobbins. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance.